Hey, what's up? Justin here and welcome to 65 Drums. This is my first impressions of the Roland TM1 drum module. I feel like I've been making too many videos about $6,000 drum sets that nobody can afford, so I want to switch it up and talk about something that's under 200 bucks. Now, if you haven't heard of the TM line from Roland, it's basically a series of drum modules that are meant to be used with acoustic drums. You can plug in electronic drum pads, but that's not really what their main goal in life is. You're supposed to use drum triggers. Now, Roland wants you to buy their drum triggers, the RT series, which is very good, but you could use D-drum triggers, you could use whatever kind of brand that you want with these. There are 3 drum modules in this lineup. You have the TM1, the one we're talking about today, which is about $170. You have the TM2, which was previously the cheapest one in this lineup, at $210. And then you have the TM6 Pro, at a whopping $820. I think it's kind of funny how the TM1 and the TM2 are like almost the exact same price, and then you jump all the way up to $800 the very next rung up. It's one of the simplest drum modules I've ever used in my entire life. It only has 2 single zone inputs. Basically, this is a stomp box and a drum module combined into one. Imagine you have to play a concert, a gig, and you only need an electronic drum sound on your snare and your kick drum, like a layered, cool, futuristic thing, or maybe an 80s electronic thing. Whatever, you only need it on one song. So you can just mute it by pressing the foot switch, and then when you need the sound, you press the foot switch again, and all of a sudden it's live. The second button can be used to go back and forward between kits, and then when you're done using it, you can just press the mute switch again. This is better than having to go reach over and turn down a knob and then hope you get back to the right sound level when you turn the knob back up, or just hope that the sound guy remembers to mute you when you don't want to have that extra electronic sound layered on your drum sound. If you want a foot switch with an electronic drum set, most of the time you'll have to buy like a flagship level drum module. Most drum modules at reasonable prices, like $500, they don't have a foot switch input. So this kind of takes one pro feature and then puts it in a $200 drum module body. Now the thing is, this is a very limited drum module. It only has 2 inputs. It doesn't even have stereo inputs. Another interesting thing about this product is that it's very tightly integrated to this app. Now you can either use the app on your computer or you can use it on your iPhone, but the whole idea behind this app is that it includes an extra 150 samples. And of course you can load your own in as well, but these extra 150 sounds are way, way better than the ones they actually preload into the drum module itself. Within this app editor, you can drag and drop sounds for each individual kit, and then of course you can import your own samples within the app itself. So if you buy this, you kind of need to download the app for your computer or your iPhone. Roland has a way of framing their products at launches and even at music stores where their products are always under the best of conditions at these exhibits, and you just have a lot of fun playing them. Because I was playing this and the way it was meant to be used on an acoustic drum set with a kick and a snare trigger, I had a lot of fun, and I can see why people might want to buy this thing. It's a cool idea. The only thing really holding it back is the fact that it just has 2 single zone inputs. If they had 4 quarter-inch, dual zone inputs, that would be way more powerful, because you could trigger your kick, your snare, your high tom, and your floor tom. Or kick, snare, cowbell, and then a side snare pad. There's more possibilities the more inputs you add. And even if they had to raise the price, so like $250 or maybe even $300, 4 quarter-inch inputs with a foot switch built in, a drum module that sits on the ground, that is a very cool concept, and I just feel like they should push it farther. Maybe replace the TM2 with a TM3 that also sits on the ground. I don't think you can really get away with that with the TM6 Pro just because there's so many different settings and it's a way more complicated drum module. But I like the whole concept of a foot switch embedded into a drum module. But because it only has 2 inputs, and they're both like single zone from what I'm reading, it's kind of limited in what it can do right now. I'm gonna switch over to more kit examples so you can just get a feel for how it's used. Hey, you made it to the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Leave a comment below about what you think about this drum module. I'm really interested to read your thoughts. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you all in a few.